Hello there. Perfect. My lighting is... There we go. Now I don't look like a pale ghost. It could be better. I think this is the best we're gonna get. Okay. Playing Danganronpa. After, like, when was the last time? Like, a week, basically? A week's passed. We're finally figuring out who done it. You know, Nekomaru. Yeah, that's his name. I'll be honest. I've been calling him Robo Dude because I completely forgot his name. Oh god. But we're finally gonna go back to Danganronpa and we're gonna play that. I'll be honest. I really need a. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. I really need to stop just unexpectedly disappearing. I mean, it's not intentional, I swear. Like last week I wasn't physically present to do it on Wednesday, and Friday, I couldn't do it either, but I half the times it's unplanned, but you know, I should at least, like, I don't know, man, I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna pull up the game. It's gonna be great. There we go. That is even better. It's a trial. So that means I don't have to read. Oh, no, I'm talking way too loud. My bad. I shouldn't have paused the music so early. It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm gonna put on game capture. I need to fill the silence while the game loads. Right. There we go. Did it. And we're skipping that. I don't know. I don't like the opening for the second game. I like the opening of the first game. There we go. Prep trial. Hang on. I'm gonna quickly... First, let's look at my pet. My pet's fine. No, not present. What is it? Wait, hang on. How do I get my... Oh, I have to go to set skills. What am I doing? Wait, hang on. How do I buy skills? I think I have all these on. Yeah, no, I have so much... No, hang on. How do I buy my skills? I guess I won't be buying skills. Because there was a way to... Didn't it give, like, an option to buy skills? Maybe I don't have enough. Oh well. I'm ready to do the class trial. Trial start. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Thank God I don't have to do any reading. I don't think I'm prepared to do that.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Mikan's X is like a plus symbol.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Oh.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, Why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Is that really hard to believe?
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
What?
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
I like how, this is completely random, but I like how they put, like, for some of the characters, like, I guess, like, for some of the characters they put not just the regular pink X, they put, like, a design, like, the one on screen currently with the whole knife and fork, because he was, like, the ultimate chef.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
It was completely random, but I just thought I'd say it.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
I'm so glad this
Thinking
summary
we
is
should
happening.
at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
I barely remember any of this.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
No, I need to remember what's happening.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Wait, what? Why?
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
I'm gonna be honest. I don't agree with Kane's reasoning, but I could see where she's coming from to some degree. I don't think anyone from the Grape House actually did it. I think it was actually someone from the Strawberry House. Because, I don't know, I don't have enough information to explain why, but I have a feeling it is someone from the Grape House, not the Strawberry. I mean, the Strawberry House, not the Grape House.
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Who? Yeah, Mikan. She has like a plus symbol. I pointed that out like the first time, and I was like, yeah. It's like unfortunately, I don't think there's many things that they could do with the talents, but where they could, or with the talents that they could, I like how they did the designs, like obviously the knife and fork and stuff like that. I don't like the character, but I do like the. I don't know. Currently, this is all I have.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh?
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
You could tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably. Oh boy, here we go. Make your argument. Wire, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar fragments, broken doorknob. I'm gonna guess the tipped over pillar.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
Gotta remember how to do shit.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
Oh wait, hang
Pillar,
on.
huh?
Something about a hammer?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
No!
No, that's wrong!
I should have finished the argument, or the thing, but whatever.
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Because it was a
Why
new
not?
hammer.
Why can't...
Oh, my bad.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body. Just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Unless the person cleaned it, but there's nowhere to clean it.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
I mean, I guess it makes
Then why
sense.
bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Sure.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Kazuichi's looking pretty suspicious.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
I mean, there was the pillar, but...
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
What actual weapon has oil on it? But if it's something at the crime scene that has oil on it. The broken pillar!
I see!
I see.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
But I wouldn't say clobbered, maybe crushed.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
Yeah, but nobody could pick it up to begin with.
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Thank you.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, remember? It's no use, it's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Nekomaru.
Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Yeah, but he's the one that's dead, remember? He wouldn't... Well, this is the fourth trial. In the fourth trial, someone commits suicide. It seems unlikely.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
I don't think that's actually... I mean, it would follow the theme of the first game, but I don't think so. I don't know.
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
He's too dumb.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it just does bother me a little, the word suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide. I won't rule it out yet, but... Never know.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
It's called pushing.
Huh? For reals?
It's called pushing.
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all.
I like Sonia. She's not my favorite, but she's fun.
Sonia, here I go!
Make your argument. Wire, goodnight button. Oil on the floor. Pillar fragments for the doorknob.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Well,
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl!
No, I don't
I'm
think...
getting hella excited!
The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over the pillar. Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted,
No, that's the wrong button.
beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Oh wait, no, tipping the pillar over.
Even I could probably tip it over.
I'm trying to remember how to...
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton.
Sonya!
There we go.
I'm getting hella excited!
Okay, no, I know which one it is.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
Yeah.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
This is a very
If the
confusing
pillar had
murder.
been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
It's okay. I mean, it was a good guess. Better than the fucking hammer.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
Is pillar gonna be the repeating word of this trial?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong.
pushed him onto it. No, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. I don't know.
Is that true?
Maybe.
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
Now he's talking like a narcissist.
I've learned a valuable
Or an
lesson.
egotist. No, I don't know.
Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
The hammer?
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
The hammer.
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
No. You're not.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Aww.
I
Aww. That's so cute.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
No, what do you mean you don't like it? That's cute.
Cut the bullshit and say it
That is
clearly.
important.
What is the
Chapter
ultimate
4.
weapon?
Yeah.
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
The funhouse is some form of 190 no, not 190, the elevator does not go left to right, it turns around, which is very confusing. I'm still trying to figure it out. Don't ask me how. The science is there, but I am not.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Man, you're really mean right now.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Rude.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right?
Yeah, Robo Dude.
Then I think it must have something to do with the
Sexy.
structure of the funhouse.
I feel bad for some of the people that died, to be honest. I wish they didn't. I don't really care if Neckmore's dead.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower,
No, there's
and
a
Grape
reason
House
it
leads to
lived.
Grape Tower.
Yeah, that is.
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Is it just me, or is it like not Nekomaru, god, he's dead. Is it just me, or is Sonia and Gundam talking a lot more than they normally do during trials? I mean, that could just be because you're running out of characters. A lot of them are dead. So you need to fill the silence somehow, but I just feel like they're talking a lot more than they normally do.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Creep.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Was it the fact that, like, the whole compass thing that happened? Wall clock, broken doorknob, strange feeling in tower. Wire, we'll figure it out.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
Well, that can easily
And the designs
change.
on the floor are also different.
Well, that can also change.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
This whole time we've been thinking the two towers are the same building. Oh wait, the two towers are the same building, but if that was the only mystery, there's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
The hell's the good night button? Hang on, wrong button. Oh, okay, hang on. So hang on, wire, that's not useful. Good night button, that's not useful. What's this say? Apparently, Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking towards the strawberry. That's not important. Wall clock. At 5:30 a.m. the alarm on the wall clock of Strawberry House was second floor started going off. Fuyuhiko was at the lounge by coincidence and managed to stop the alarm, but Kazuichi and Gundam rushed into the lounge right after being alerted. Sound, however, Nagito was apparently the only one who didn't hear it. That's not helpful. Norma. Wrong button. There we go. A doorknob that found under the tipped over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out, and there's some scratch marks on the doorknob itself. On the knob itself. One of the doorknobs from the far back of the Strawberry House is missing. So this doorknob was originally attached to that door. Was strange feeling in the tower one of the options? That might have been. Regardless of whether you enter from the Grape Hall or the Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru assembled parts of Kazuichi arranged exactly the same.
I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Strange feeling in the tower and broken doorknob are both options that I can use. Oh boy. The whole time we were thinking the two towers are the same building, but... This whole time we've been thinking the two towers are the same building. Yeah, but... That was the only mystery. There's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Hang on.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it? It's weird to say that, but
Hang
I
on.
mean, the walls are different. The
Hang
designs on
on.
the floor.
We've already
Just
settled.
shut
Give
up.
it 10 years before you
Shut
argue
up.
with Miss Sonia.
I need to get back there. Hang on.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape are actually the exact same place.
Dude.
No, that's wrong.
Hey, that was right. Nice. That was actually a full-on guess.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Suspicious.
What? Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
What?
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
What if the building's on
Bow
wheels?
down.
Oh?
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
That's not possible.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
Monokuma wouldn't do that.
While
He
we
has
were
no
moving,
need.
Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
That analogy makes no sense, but whatever. Battle showdown. Oh boy, here we go. Oil on the floor tipped over. Oil on the floor, probably.
There are many different ways.
Hang
The
on, wait,
body of the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Advance, hang
Moving
on.
the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Also, the
It
oil.
seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene. He could have moved
Yeah.
it all, easy as pie.
Okay, hang on. No, that's definitely a hole what you just said. I need to show evidence that
It
contradicts
seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly wielding the power of the futuristic robo-bit, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene. He could have moved it all,
God.
easy as pie.
Ah, God.
Damn it!
This overcoming good.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I'm out of cuts. As expected from a princess, she's overcoming my argument with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
There we go. Okay.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Got it.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Yeah. I'm so smart.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body in the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired-up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
God, you are such a simp.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Well, if they weren't the same thing, that wouldn't make sense either. No, wait. No, they have to be the same building, right? Because if Nekomaru's body is in one building, and you go over to the other, and he's in that building too, the same building. What if the towers rotated? That's a weird thought to think. Maybe, I don't know. Something's rotating. There's also the thing with the whole, you walk in the elevator and you point the compass and the compass basically turns 180 degrees. Ah, jeez, I do not have enough big brain for this.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Oh yeah, there was that too.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
The same building but rotating. Maybe.
No idea, huh?
You don't have an idea either. You're not allowed to speak. This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Nagito.
Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Nagito, you can
Fine.
help me?
I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
Rude.
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determined? Is he talking about the traitor? So why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to
But
him?
how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. He'd be talking about the life-threatening game!
I see!
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right?
Yeah.
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
And you did it the opposite direction. You used 6 bullets and not you used 5 bullets and not 1.
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window
Oh yeah!
waited, all by itself.
Yeah, the window. I
From
forgot about
that
that.
window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Tell me what it is.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Oh?
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Was it?
You took a picture?
Yep,
Nakito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner
See?
pocket.
this is it.
As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Huh. Yeah, I got nothing.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
Well, first of all, you're above the trees and you're on the first floor. That's kind of strange.
If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Okay, well, I guess we won't address the fact that you're on the first floor and you're above the trees, but okay. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense about this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Why'd you say it like that? What doesn't make sense of this picture? Ah, spot selection.
Here!
That was really easy.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That kind of rhymes.
I see. And is that it?
No, I think there's more. Nagito said there's a lot of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions in it, contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? The fact that you're on the first floor and you're above the trees.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right?
On the first floor?
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yes.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
There we go. Good job.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
No. No.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you got it figured out,
It
don't
might be
you?
possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Yeah, this is very rude.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
What? The other clue? You talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. Yeah, I just wanted to. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The final dead
The
room.
top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes.
What?
So you realized it already.
No.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
Oh, right. I forgot there was a third floor.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? God, reading is hard. The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. I will think about it hard, and it will not get any closer to figuring it out. I don't know. Alright, let's do this. No, don't make me do this. I don't know. Logic dive. Okay, thank God I'm not looking into something different. I don't remember how to play this. Okay, great. This is jumping is a thing. This is weird as hell. I don't know what to think of this. Ah! Ah! God! No! Ow! Rude! I didn't even... whatever. question 1. What do the strawberry house and the grape house? Do the strawberry house and the grape house? They don't exist. No, only one. Ah, god damn it. Wait, hey, what? But it's asking if they both exist. Oh, well, oh wait, never mind. I thought they were talking about physically. Like, technically, well, I guess if you say physically, either way. I don't know. The way I thought about it, it made sense. Why do you keep adding more obstacles? Ah! Unnecessary screaming is unnecessary. I'm very good at that. Shit. I'm dead. Ah. Question 2. Are the strawberry house and the grape house in the same building or 2 different buildings? They're the same building. Okay, maybe I'm gonna be honest, that's what I thought the first question was asking. I think that's why I got it wrong. Maybe. Jesus Christ. Whee! Question 3. How are the strawberry house and the grape house positioned within each other? Horizontally. Wait. God. What's horizontal? What's vertical? Vertical. Okay, thank God. I don't remember. Ow. Rude. I did it. That took way too long, but I did it. Hey, it's all blue.
It's all coming together.
All coming together. I did it. It was a very big struggle.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Do you really?
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
I had no clue. No idea.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go?
No idea.
There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Underneath.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Yeah.
Same building, different floors?
Then the 2 houses aren't 2 different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
Wait, but how would that explain the 180 turning elevator?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
It's the floor is above the grape house.
I see!
See?
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
Yeah?
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the 2 houses were connected vertically.
That still doesn't explain the
What
elevator.
about the shape of the building? The 2 houses were completely different shapes.
Well, if you have your stop sign on the bottom, it's probably a lot easier to hide. I don't know. Or, no, not hide. It's a lot easier to stack a rectangular building on top of a stop sign shaped building.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
Yeah, if you put Strawberry House on top of the Grape House, it works and nothing will collapse.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with 2 different shapes.
You're right.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon. Overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the 2 houses were 2 separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
All you need now is an... Oh wait, there was already an escape room. I was about to say, all you need now is an escape room, but you already did one of those, and I was so stressed during doing it.
The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Thank you, Monica.
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
It was an elevator. The tower is an
Aw,
elevator.
Your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
You are a simp of the highest kind, and it's disgusting.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Sonya just does not
I'll
care.
definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Simp. Simp. Feeling in tower. Probably.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Yeah, stop.
And hurry up,
Stop the
dumbass!
fanfare.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Oh, you are an idiot of the
You mean a
highest
fake
level.
body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
Good.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Neither.
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that even possible? No, it's not.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Yeah, wrong button. What's the Monokuma file say? The victim is Nekomaru Nidai, aka Nekomaru. After his robotic transformation, his body was discovered in Grape Tower, which is inside the funhouse. His head is severely damaged beyond repair, so that shall be considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs were dismembered, these limbs are actually designed to be detachable, and they seem to separate due to the severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of the body are damaged. Because of this, many of his functions seem to have shut down. There we go. Okay, well that doesn't seem very useful. I don't... Sleep mode. Chain. Well, the dismembered parts of Nekomaru's body happened later, didn't it? Like, we already checked... No, wait, we couldn't check the... We couldn't check the strawberry room because the thing was broken, but we used Nekomaru's parts to fix the thing. So we couldn't check. I think it's strange feeling in the tower still, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go... Oh, wrong button.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Oh,
You mean
God
a
damn
fake body?
Nekomaru died with... It should be possible to...
You're magnificent!
No fair!
So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
I didn't.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a...
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No, that's
Yeah,
wrong!
I'm on a roll today. I'm doing so good. I'm jinxing it, probably.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Huh? Me?
Good job. You've contradicted yourself.
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right?
Yep.
The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Yep.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
You sad man.
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
He's too dumb to do
If
it.
he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
The tower's an elevator. That's what I'm guessing.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
An elevator! A device like that? A device that transports... Dude, you don't even need to repeat the... It's an elevator. You... feel like I've seen that before. Huh. Kind of feels like common sense. You know? That elevator? Let's see how if I remember how to spell elevator. E-L-A-V-O? Oh, L-A. And then I need a V. Oh wait, that's not right. Ah, shit. Okay, V. A. D. O. I'm struggling. God, I just need an R. I was too busy trying to stop things from colliding.
Got it.
I didn't realize I only had one letter left.
You must be talking about an elevator.
I'm so uncertain. Why so
Are
uncertain?
you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Why are you so shocked?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
In the tower!
It's the tower itself.
Okay, maybe Nagito has a point. They're all pretty stupid. All these characters don't seem to understand that elevators exist and what they do and where they could be and how this makes sense to the body. I don't. I feel like this cast of characters is horribly
the inside
dead
of the
in the
tower
brain.
is one big elevator.
Yes, thank you.
Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Design choice.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
Design choice.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
Okay, now I'm starting to question my certainty in that being an elevator.
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What?
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Literally
Why do we have to do
everything
that?
else.
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, the oil, and the oil that we've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they were all moved with the elevator. The one thing these all have in common, they were all on the floor, they were all part of Nekomar. They were all Nekomar. Well, it's not that one. They were all huge, they were all heavy. They were all on the floor.
I see!
Yay!
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
God, what is with people that only give me subtle hints? Please, just lay it out for me. I cannot understand.
The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
The walls move. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. There's something unique about that elevator. Only the floor moves. It's an enormous circle. There's no ceiling. An enormous circle. Only the floor moves?
I see!
Hey!
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. In normal elevators, you're in a box and the box moves. That means all four sides and all that stuff. I guess that makes sense.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
To make it believe that we were, you know, in two separate buildings.
So we falsely believed that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
Or that, yep.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Thanks, Monokuma.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
No, I'm good, thanks. You're swooning to that?
There's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Thank
By the
God.
way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean? It was
probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to the Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chains are there. You won't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building.
What if the traitor killed him? I know there was talking something about like a traitor within our midst. And it would make sense that the traitor knows about the secret of the funhouse. So what if the person that killed Nekomaru is the traitor, and that's what Nagito was trying to said he was going to determine at the beginning of this whole trial thingy. I'm thirsty. I want my milk. I was promised milk.
In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Because the killer's the traitor.
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Or that works too.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
All I can think is the hammer, but the hammer didn't really do it, did it?
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Sonia's picking favorites. I'm not complaining. You came on too forward. She saw you were a simp and did not like you.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Oh yeah, oh right. I see, now that you mention it, I've completely forgotten about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
That is true.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
That actually is a very good question, and I cannot answer it.
What does this mean?
Yeah! I agree, what does this mean? No one knows, and we'll never know. We'll never figure out the answer. If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in the Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when I was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break this contradiction? All I remember is that Nagito had Kazuichi go in the elevator and have a compass on him, and it turned 180 degrees. That's all I know. And I have no idea how that connects to anything. Arcane's account, Fuihiga's account. Nagito's sudden appearance, broken door handle, screeching in the tower. Contact elevator.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
True.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
True.
Which means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
True.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonia have matching arguments. It sounds like they make sense, but... Is that really correct? I need to look at the... Okay, hang on, give me a second. So Akine's account is one of them. Okay, heard a rumbling noise at around 5:30 a.m. Fuyuhiko's apparently Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking towards the first floor of the Strawberry House. The contact elevator used to move between both houses was broken and no longer worked. Milk, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, friend. Thank you. You get head pats of appreciation. No! 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 Ah! Ross, what are you doing? Why'd you drop my camera? I can't stay mad at my cameraman. He's cute. You like so? This is a very weird scenario, and you've spilled it all over my... You spilled all of that? You got it all over. You wanted milk. This is your... You... No. No. This is a very... God damn it, Ross. Stop doing that. This is a very weird section. I don't want to do that again. Anyways, back to figuring stuff out. The contact elevator used to move between both houses was broken and no longer worked. It was apparently broken at the Grape House side, so the last person would have used it arrived at Grape House. Was that one of them? I don't remember. Nagito's sudden appearance. Nagito was supposed to be at Strawberry House, but he appeared in Grape House via some unknown method. The contact elevator should have been broken. I think Kazuichi's account was one of them. Apparently the compass's needle spun 180 degrees when inside the contact elevator. That's probably it.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
Hey! I'm doing great today.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
You guys
Meaning,
really like
as
to
the
repeat
elevator
words.
moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Huh, that's actually kind of neat. Not gonna lie, I like that. I like that
while
design.
it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
We did enter there from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
True.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You are too.
You
have
say
no
I'm
right to speak.
inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
Rude.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Oh yeah.
You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know?
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Nagito can't keep up with all the stupid shit that's happening.
As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Wait, hang on. What does an octagon look like again? How many sides does an octagon have? Stop sign's not an... Is a stop sign an octagon? How many... Hang on, what's an octagon look like? I'm looking it up. I don't remember. I don't know these things. How do you spell octagon? Wait, hang on. Is it 8? Is it 8 sides? Yeah, it's... No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 8 sides. Okay, never mind. I should have been able to tell just by looking at the way it was spelled. Octa 8. Okay. Well, now I just feel like an idiot. What's an octagon? Oh god, it even asked. Good thing I looked it up. It's an 8-sided shape. I see.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Yep, I double checked.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Here's the thing, I didn't know that. I cheated.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting of the name Octagon, it's probably... Hey, I don't know. That's a cylinder. That's a rectangle. That's a stop sign. Don't know. I'm guessing it's a cylinder. The octagon is at the tower, but this is the tower. Shut up.
Crap!
First time, yeah, I just made a fool. I don't know! Shapes are shapes, and I don't know them. Not that.
Crap!
There is no octagon in this map!
Crap!
Hang on, I'm gonna click on all of them.
Crap!
I'll get it! I'll get it! Hang on! It's one of these!
Crap!
Well, I clicked on them all. Time's up! I ran out of time! Oh shit! Don't tell me you've totally given up on thinking you were doing something else, otherwise no one would reach the time limit. It was such an easy problem. I need to hurry up and think of it. So, for one more time. I don't know! The place befitting of the name Octagon. It's probably... I clicked on all the shapes. What does it want from me? I don't know. None of these are octagons.
Here!
What?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me. It was there? That's so easy to miss. Maybe, I don't know.
Why is that place the Octagon?
I have no clue, don't ask me.
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Hang on, let me look at it. No? What? Where are
That's
you getting
basically the gist of it. The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final Dead Room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
When Nekomaru killed himself to follow the roots of
Like
the
me,
suicide.
the killer probably realized the secret of the Funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? We are no closer to finding out who actually did the murdering. We are in relatively the same spot. Clash trial suspended, oh god.
Hiya!
Well, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. Well, I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. But let me say it right away. I'm already used to insulting... I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'd get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious... Stuflati? That is a much more straightforward than I expected. Stuflati, huh? Tisk. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. Perfect stream attack incorporating all three of the words would be ta-da, Stufati. Huh? What? This fat
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stufatly.
Stufatly. Save progress. Oh boy, here we go. Fast trial reopened. Resume.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Why are you so echoey?
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
No, stop.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Well, I've already had the thought that this is a video game since the first time from like the first few seconds of the game. Are we in a game console? That would explain the glitching at the very beginning of the game, and why you're telling me to save frequently and watch out for my batteries dying. Very suspicious. Very suspicious.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Good luck.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Well.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Chiaki's just chill about everything.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
Yeah, but he also showed us a picture of the building, so I really feel like he can be trusted currently, even though he is a bit batshit crazy.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
Weren't you willing to kill yourself in order to get this to work?
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Yeah.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
You're all stupid.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
Well, yeah, that is what the word means.
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
Would you?
I see.
He just doesn't care anymore.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
No one was questioning that, but okay.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual. I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
I have so little reputation left. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. If he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building structure? Falling. I don't think it's crushed by elevator. I think falling.
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
You know, that is a cause of death.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Wait, but how would he die from falling if... How fast is this elevator going?
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
Look, man, I'm just spitting out ideas.
Where in that building
what
would you
sticks.
even be able to push someone off in the first place?
I don't know.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
But the door's closed. You can't
Did
do
you
it.
forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
That's a bit drastic.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident. I need to solve that mystery next. Make your argument. Goodnight button, Akin's account, Fuyuhiko's account, the broken doorknob, strange feeling in tower.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor,
Contact elevator.
you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Yeah, but
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
ahaha.
the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
I need to make it clear so that they understand Nekomaru fell to his death. It looks like it's all up to me.
When the elevator is on, you can't go through the door.
It'd be impossible.
Then, after locking they moved the elevator and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
I'm so good at this.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
For the most part, I'm mostly good at this. I had some struggles.
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Yeah.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes.
What if that's what the wires are for?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Rude.
Silence, pest!
What?
Now you're calling me a
Oh.
pest?
He's oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. It's still that noise still scares me every time it happens. But thank you. I appreciate the follow. I thought he was calling Chiaki a pest though. We're just bullying Kazuichi. I don't really mind though. He's just a massive simp, and I don't like it. A way to create a drop inside the elevator while Nakamura is still in it. They hung him from the ceiling. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what could it be? The wire. The wire. The wire. I know the answer.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No.
What about the oil on the floor?
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
No.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Yeah.
Silence, pest!
Ta.
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Shut up. If Nekomaru is inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way,
So it's
you
not
can
the
cause
wire?
the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all
I didn't even mean to do that.
to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No, it's not the hammer.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Maybe?
What about the oil on the floor?
No, I don't think it's...
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Wait!
How about we all shut
No,
up
I've
and
got
listen
it!
to what
I've got it! I've got it!
Don't. What if I start to enjoy it?
I've got it! Hang on! I've got it!
If you
I've got it!
arrange
I've got
it,
it!
you
I've
can
got it!
cause
I've got
the
it!
drop...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki...
Silence! Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
Shut up, Kazuichi! I don't like you.
If you arrange it, you can cause the drop...
So you're
Yeah.
telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all
What?
shut up and listen to what
Come
Chiaki
on!
has...
Silence! Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I'm just trying to get...
If you arrange it, you can cause the drop...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't
This is
it
gonna
about
take a
time?
while.
What about
isn't
the
it?
oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut
What?
up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Wait,
Silence! Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
Isn't that how you...
If you arrange...
How do I... concentrate? No. I'm trying to. What? Hang on. I don't see why it's not working. Yeah, if you target a weak spot and then hold down the left mouse button, you can use the weak spot as a temporary truth bullet. I was trying to do that. It's not working. I don't know why.
You can cause the drop within the...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the floor?
I just want to see.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about
Why
we all
isn't it-
shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest. Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I know what the answer. I need
If
to.
you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So
Oh.
you're telling us all to think about the
Oh,
arrangement.
right.
That arrangement...
The hammer is
Lose
suspicious. Isn't it about
consent.
time we went over?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence. Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I'm never gonna get this. I know how to do it, but I
If you
can't
arrange
get
it a
it.
certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Got it.
So you're
okay.
telling us all to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time we went over the?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
There's two. I
How
forgot
about we
there's
all
two.
shut up?
Silence.
This is great. This is
What
great.
if I start to enjoy it?
I have time for one more.
If you arrange it as... You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So
Okay.
you're telling us all to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it
I
about
have-
time we went over the pillar again?
Come on, I have 4 seconds.
What about the oil on the floor?
No! Come on! It's no use, I can't go any longer, I don't have any other options. Everyone doubts me. No, shut up. I know. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I have my majority vote. It doesn't even make any sense.
This is my. Ow.
God.
We will never give up.
No! Determination and stuff. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Make your argument. It doesn't matter.
If you arrange it a certain... You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the floor?
It's amazing I
The
wasted
doorknob
5
on the
minutes
floor
doing
seems
this.
suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
I thought the doorknob might have something to do, but I really don't know. Should stop saying things that don't make sense and think about it more seriously. Okay, so it's not that.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time we went over the?
What about the oil
What
on
if
the
I
floor?
just use...
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that. Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
I'm hiding my shame. I wasted 5 minutes trying to do some fancy ass bullshit. And all I had to do was use the wire bullet. I feel like an idiot. Oh man, I'm just as bad as these characters. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. God. Okay.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Yep.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yep.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
This seems awfully complicated.
Too
just to
easy. So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
He's got a point, but... Wire, chipped over pillar, new looking fragments, fuck, radio, fucking doorknob. The doorknob, it broke.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wall, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
Oh, is that a cut?
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the but in that case, you still won't be able to explain. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru in is just impossible. End of story.
Hold on. Thanks to Kazuichi, I think I figured how the killer dropped Nekomaru. Alright, if I use the evidence, I should be able to break through Kazuichi's remark.
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Oh. How are you even saying I'm not even the character to get thrown off by a...
Crap!
Okay, hang on.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do... Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Hold on, okay, hang on. I think I know what it is.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
There we
Allow
go.
me to cut through those words.
I got it.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
You'd start to panic.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Well, it still works either
Was
way.
that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that it even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands, but... Clatter, clatter, clatter. Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Wait, it isn't creaking? If you break it off... break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
See. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Would that count as a suicide?
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
You're also a simp. Stop it.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh, God. It's not masochism. It's degradation, I think? I think he's into being degraded, and I'm very uncomfortable around him now.
I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
Yes.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
That doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I could think of what happened to him was cola came out of his eyes. He ran out of battery, collided with the pillar.
I see.
Cola came out of his eyes.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Finally.
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
We still don't know who did it, though.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Just gonna keep calling him.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
What if it was 7:30 at night?
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
The 7:30 p.m. alarm.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
A 7:30 p.m.
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Just change the a.m. to p.m.
That's what I want to know.
Ah! Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another, but I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue breaking through this contradiction. PM. I don't know. The wall clock is probably the thing that's gonna be my best bet right now.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Clock
Before
line.
7
Radio
a.m.,
clock.
I am certain.
What's the radio? Wrong button. What's the radio clock? Hang on. There's like 3 different clock things. There's the wall clocks at 5:30 a.m. The alarm for the wall clock in the lounge. Strawberry Tower. He goes on the lounge by coincidence. Kazuichi and Gundam rushed to the lounge after being alerted to the sound. However, Nagito was apparently the only one who didn't hear it. Alarm tower. Cover. In sleep mode, the clock's arms were stopped around 7:30, and the alarm was set for 7:30 as well. Radio clock. The clock in Nekomaru's chest receives radio waves at fixed intervals and is automatically adjusts itself if its time is off. Basically, it's an amazingly precise clock that can't be tampered with, not even to set the time. Wait, hang on.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Hang on, but
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
You can't.
No, that's wrong.
Good thing I looked before that happened.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Nope.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we are overlooking something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answers to that mystery. What? Oh god, we're doing another one of these. Okay. Here we go. Jesus Christ. Oh, I forgot to jump. Jumping is a thing, I forgot. Question 1. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Where the murder happened, the timing of the thing, who the killer is. The time in the building. Yeah. This is stressful. Why are they... Oh, what the hell? How do I do that? Hang on, how do I do that? There we go. Okay, that's kind of tricky, but... What? That's a lie. There we go. Okay. God damn it. I'm gonna lose all my reputation just by doing this, or my bad, my life. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay. I'm never gonna get to the second question if I can't do this. Okay, there we go. Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? The clock's buildings, Nekomaru's radio clock, both. It's the building's clocks. Because Nekomaru's cannot be tampered with. Blue seems to be the reoccurring answer. Nice. Why they gotta make... Which house had the wrong time? The Grape House, the Strawberry House? Both houses. Probably. Yeah! I did it! Right, I gotta hit the button. I
Coming
forgot
together.
to hit it. That's the thing that has to happen.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Why are you so happy?
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clock. That's definitely the next mystery I'm going to reach the truth in one go. God. We're no closer to finding out who killed, but whatever. I'm gonna guess clock's alarm time.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
Alarm timer.
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The problem is, what time would
Well,
7:30
no, not
be?
AM, you liar.
In our time.
Are there
Actually,
any
no.
clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Wait!
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
By how much did the killer adjust the times in the building? How would I be able to figure that out? Hang on.
If the time...
No. Wasn't there like a whole thing that a bunch of us heard a huge thud at some point? Is that not gonna be a rumbling noise around 5:30 a.m.? Here we go, found it. I'll keep the count.
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Yes.
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Consent.
I agree with that.
Yes. We all love consent.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep.
Oh yeah. an
Was that the
earthquake.
sound
That's
from when
surely
Nekomaru
normal.
fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
But those could be tampered with. By then, I don't know. Maybe if the rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m., it's likely the answer to how much time was off was. It's likely the answer to how much time that was off. Right in front of me. I can't do math. 3 hours? 3 hours. No. Oh wait. 4:30. Hang on. Math. Shoot. 5, 6, 7. 7 is 2. 2. The answer is 2. I don't know. I suck at math. It's 2 hours, isn't it?
I see.
Yeah, there we go. I was counting the
Nekomaru's alarm
30s.
went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out? Only
If you
Nekomaru?
messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to only lure out Monokuma, and not Monokuma, Nekomaru, then that specific thing is Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see.
Yeah. I'm so smart.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Yep.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
What words?
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
What? Jeez, how outrageous. Honestly, I didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. Oh yeah! But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
What?
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Confusion?
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
Okay.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's
sound
just
like a
ignore
married
the
couple,
peanut
to be
gallery.
honest.
Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Has it? I still have no idea who could it be. And I have no idea who's been eliminated from that list. Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
What does Fuyuhiko have to say?
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is.
What?
If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Nagito!
I remember now.
Nagito!
The sound was so loud I couldn't
But
help
Nagito didn't
bolting
do it,
from
I
my
don't think.
room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's Pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Nagito! Whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Nagito. Nagito.
You're the only one!
Yeah!
The one
You've
who
lured
wasn't there.
yourself into a corner.
It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
What does that even
If I
mean?
may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
So you're just like Sonya. He couldn't.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House.
Hang on. Were you in the best room possible? No, wait, there were two really good rooms, right? For each side. If you were in the good room, like the really good one, maybe it was because the walls are soundproof? This is a really, like, out there thought, but it's there.
But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Chiaki, were you in one of the superior rooms?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
You were in one of the better rooms. The only people who didn't hear the sound were coming from... Only hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. That means what do these two have in common? Could it also be the sticker... Oh, could this also be the sticker that points to the killer? Oh god, I gotta spell? I'm not good at spelling. P-R-I-E... No, okay, hang on. Deluxe Room. D... E... I need an E, there we go. D... E... Oh. U-X-E? Oh wait. U X Deluxe. R O O. Okay, hang on. So it's deluxe rooms. Deluxe rooms, got it. Nice.
I got it!
It's like a premium.
Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Soundproof. The guest rooms are divided by quality grade. Deluxe rooms are soundproof and has excellent air installation. The standard room may have so-so installation, but it's still pretty decent. The crumbling room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
That's a mouthful.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow I feel like I understand where Nagito is coming from. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Select someone. Wait. I don't know. It's not me, it's not Nagito. I don't know. I don't know. I should probably just take a random guess, shouldn't I?
You're the only
Wait,
one!
what? Wait.
Gundam, there's something I want.
Hang on. What? Now then, you must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer. Hold on a second. Why does that lead to who the killer is? Why will the fact that now is very important. Wait, hang on, what? That's right. It was because the deluxe room have a superior sound insulation. You should notice something like that. I was gonna go down the list. Hang on, how is it Gundam? Confusion?
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
He was? I didn't remember. What?
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
I didn't realize he was staying in a deluxe room.
Huh? Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Okay, so I guess that makes sense.
Once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi?
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
I didn't realize he was staying in a deluxe room, I'll be honest. Hey, what are you doing? This Roshus is louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld, bellowing for her sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
He should have just tried to sneak by.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
10. You possess 10. So hang on. Give me a second. Hang on. I need to. Yeah. I have to go do something real quick. I'll be right back. It'll be less than a minute. Maybe. Give me 1 second. I'm back. Hello. I brought the verification for something.
Okay, yep, don't. It's a spoiler.
You can. Pure spoiler. Feel free to try and delete it. Get out of the way. Very rude. I'm not allowed to read spoilers. I'm not
Well, this is your first time in chat. You came in here just to spoil the game. How dare you? Yeah, I got it. Okay.
There we go. From this is the main reason I left. Anyways. Yeah, that's it. I ran down to do both at the same time. Anyways, we go back to game now. Where apparently Gundam is in the hot seat. There we go.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
I already did
That
the count.
means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
What is stomach?
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Oh boy,
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Oh boy, here we go. Time for the...
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
Oh yeah!
Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
But what if you already cleared the dead room? Because if you're at the dead room, then you're allowed to travel between both areas. You know? That's something that's allowed.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
Contradiction seems to be the running word here. That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when the contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Make your argument. Okay, Nagito suddenly appearing is not one of the options, so...
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, it wasn't.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
No.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Yeah?
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
They don't have an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
There is!
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Hang on, give me a second. A contradiction is when something is obviously wrong. There's no contradiction I can't shoot through. I'm going to find out what it is. For the sake of everyone's hopes, I'll shoot through the contradiction. Give me a second.
That elevator, the only means of travel, as long as that your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot
Since I was at there's no question that
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Got it. Okay.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between the...
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito. I feel like I picked the long way around to get to Nagito.
You're the only one!
You sassy bastard.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show off. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
What?
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
What?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say?
I can't stop. That's what I said.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
No one likes anyone when they're angry. What are you talking about, buddy? That'll show down. Wire gonna fragments along 5 broken doorknobs. I don't
Even
know.
if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired. Need to skillfully cut back this.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
God, his thing is very difficult to...
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
How the hell do I get through this one?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
This is difficult.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh my god. How am I supposed to do this?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Okay, hang on, I'm getting this. This is gonna
Even
take a while.
if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I'm getting there.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Dual crosswords. Oh god. I wasn't expecting that.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh, come on.
I can't back down!
Nice.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Okay, so... Problem means try providing evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right? If that's the case, I should have it, too. The key that dwells in the light that breaks through the darkness.
Know the limits of—
Hang on. Okay, so wire was one of them, that's not wire. Good night button, that's not it. That's not it. That's not what it is. Is chain an option? The chain was wrapped around the handles of the door of the boat. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from the Strawberry Hall.
You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Hang on, I'm getting there.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
It's very hard to switch and do this at the same time.
Know the limits of your own reasoning!
So hang on, so it's clock, so it's wire, goodnight button. Where his body was, no, it's not wire. It's not goodnight button. Silver pillar. No. Chain wasn't an option. No. I guess I'm just gonna have to start guessing.
You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
Nope, not that one. See.
Crap! Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light. Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon?
Yes.
Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind
Nope, not that one.
confusion.
Okay, next one.
Crap!
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the mail...
Time's up. Oh god. It's no use, I can't go any longer, I don't have any other options. Everyone doubts me. This is ridiculous.
This is my...
This
will never give up.
This is a tough trial. Okay, oh god, I gotta do it all over again. Which ones did I use?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I did it. Okay.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
God.
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
I don't remember which ones I've used.
You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind
Okay, it's
confusion.
not that one.
Crap!
This is gonna take a while.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind
Oh,
confusion.
not that one.
Crap!
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
Have you already done Broke Doorknob?
You say the
Have I
killer
done Wire?
went to
I
the
don't remember.
octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the mail...
Allow me to cut through those
I
words!
did it. I don't know how it's Wire, but it is.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
Oh wait,
The
hang
hammer
on.
that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
You couldn't get any of those in the house, could you?
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
Ah, god damn it.
The only place I can think of is the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Suffer. Your rebuttal showdown was
Seems
horrible.
This is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
Oh, we're not doing
But
that?
there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Oh, really?
Hey, what do you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall, but surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Well, hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
You've made Gundam angry.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
That's why he has hamsters.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion.
You have hamsters.
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
Your hamsters.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Panic talk action. Here we go. Oh, God.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
Hang on, I don't remember how to do this.
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you!
Hang on.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver!
The cadaver?
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
How did I do that? And I don't even remember how to reload my stuff.
Even if you
That
didn't
was
get behind
surprisingly quick.
Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Yeah!
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
I've been saying that for the past few minutes now.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, the accordance of our ancient contract. The time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through, Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. It pressed a button? Truly, this is the skyline lamination of art of the Demon Mouse. Ha ha ha! Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, With your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Damn.
Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
I'm so confused on what the hell he's talking
Pull the
about.
curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Closing argument. Start. Here we go. Stock 1. Okay. Vigo can't sleep. Hung the loop on the doorknob. Arm set for 5:30 a.m. It's 2:40 a.m. right now. Nekomaru dangling midair. Messing with the base of the... Yeah, we can't sleep. What is that walk? Hang on. What was the fake weapon left over? Who gathered at the lounge? Why did Nekomaru fall? Okay, hang on. I should probably be reading these things, shouldn't I? Who set the lounge's alarm clock? What time did Fugo use to... No? Oh, this is a figure trying to think it over. Okay. Oopsies. Nekomaru's weaknesses. No, that's not one. Why Raptor and Nekomaru's feet? Yeah! Could have destroyed what after leaving the tower? What's the fake weapon left at the tower? Gathered at the lounge. No. No. Is it really not this one? How is it not that one? Oh. Oopsies. Okay, hang on. That doesn't matter. Does he need to sleep? No. No, why? No. It doesn't matter. We gathered at the lounge. This is a tough trial. I don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time. these really fit? This one's here. This one's here. I don't know, that doesn't go there. I don't... It doesn't really matter when he woke up. Nekomaru's weaknesses. Let's think about a fake weapon. I don't know. There was another slide. That would do it. The hamster's pressed it. Kiss the pallet. Kiss the pillar, damn it. I like these things.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
That took way too long, and I... Stupid.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there.
Just send his hamsters like missiles.
With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru.
God, I love not having to read.
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Huh. Well. Look at his hamsters. I can't find myself to be upset about him. At him.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
Why is Arcane still alive? I want to know how.
Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru?
Sonia feels
cannot believe
betrayed.
something like that.
Sonia feels betrayed.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Time to harshly judge this execution. I did terrible, I think. 50 points on one. 67 on 0 on another. I got a B. I could have done so much better.
This result isn't all that exciting.
The execution better be better.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever!
What?
Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Sucks. You ruined it. Good job. Your execution will be harshly judged, and I will deem if it's good. Flash trial end. All rise. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay! I said that all without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish until we hear from Gunham.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change anything. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to the one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be unnecessary for me to do this, to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too,
If he was
must
trying
be
to
the
cling to
will
life,
of
there
causality.
are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make
Within
history.
the final dead room, I discovered a secret of the funhouse. I devised a plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent, and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been so easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you.
He was serious
this.
too. He gave it all to try and kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, a mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Well, why? Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it is still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon
Let
you.
me tell you
However, I
this.
must say this. What's the point in living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment. The mere feeling is resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean you'd rather die?
Fall,
Ever
my
since
tears.
we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by the feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools ever heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at the same point in their life span engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That's what it means to live. If you say killing is for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life
I
itself?
shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will bring a fight to the world that with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is an arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying that all just to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man. He had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me into our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I've betrayed you all, that is the absolute truth.
Fall.
But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief, is why you committed your crime? Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was a mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name
Just
is
who do you think I am?
Tanaka.
I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like
Not in a
dust
million,
in the wind.
not in a billion, not in a 10 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Hey, okay. Turn off that light then. Actually, no, I'll leave the light on. Okay. Now then, okay, well now the light's on! You're messing with my lighting! Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka. I forgot that was his ultimate.
Please wait!
Please, wait. This is too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you!
Aww. She got attached. Sonia. In an act of unrefined as stopping of man from going to his death does not benefit such a noble as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind, however.
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I'm going to harshly judge this execution! Game over. Gundam has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Gundam Tanaka Stampede. Ultimate Breeder okay, I didn't get to finish reading that. You're taking the hamsters to your death as well? Oh no, you're leaving them in a safe spot. Never mind. Wow, you're writing quickly. How did you do that? Okay. Okay. What the? Dead animals are flying. Oh boy. Aww. 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 That was actually kind of cute. I liked that one. You're gonna... Okay, I gotta finish this up, like, real quick. No, no. I need my save. Give me my save. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chest. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Even then, what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it. I'm so pissed off I need to throw something.
Damn
We all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. God, this gotta go quicker. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. Biggest piece of shit is me. Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
This is such a downer, clearly, but still. Even though we all feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl out of his way to help. And I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand there. Come on. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so is it okay if you hurry back to Jabberwock Island? I agree. Let's hurry. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. No, not more. God, I need to go. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Now then. Alright, feeling down. God, I need to go. I finally feel refreshed and
Hey!
Hold on a second, the mood shifts so damn fast.
It's not like
Well,
that.
you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? So she's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back and eat for now. And then, after we're full, and sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, finally! We're done! With this, the class trial, I can end! Hello, thank God! I'm trying as fast as I can. With this class trial and to end with Jabberwock Island, the size of our party is definitely diminished. Despite that, even though if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial, but at the moment, we were able to forget about the dark spirit looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. God, please, just save! God! Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things in a simple game of Russian roulette. Oh my God! Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy before anyone else did too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that was mine. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would have gotten complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it cost me my life.
It's obvious.
Think of hope I cannot ignore this. God, are you done? God!
Monokuma
Alright,
appears!
Monokuma, you summoned me.
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
It's lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
No, your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell.
Hmm?
God, perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Well.
Is what I like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see, so you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown's gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final deadline. Yeah, what about... There was information on 16 people I found in the file that I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't
Well, there's
even
a traitor
know?
in the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right? God.
Isn't that right?
But the file contained documents that were created at Host Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff from the former headmaster and spent a lot of time making it. This file even contains information about the traitor. Was that person a former student of Host Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to if it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do it sometimes. Like small, like
well,
God, that's not my point.
Right?
My point is you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
You're completely correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami said after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, the person is evil, is the evil Future Foundation's lackey who put you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to figure out anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's your only intention in letting the traitor do as they please, right? Yep. If that's the case, I might as well be able to cooperate somehow.
Right.
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too.
Whoa.
Well, I knew you would say that. I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you would randomly betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what the situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, step-letters such as myself despair and exist. God. You're right, you're truly a hope after all. I must say that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but for some as worthless as me to remind you of another person. They must be extremely unlucky. But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Wow.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you rather say coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of it. Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on the outside on this island, huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. The person you're waiting for is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question. If that's the case, that person is already on the island. Wouldn't that be exciting? Please tell me we're done. Oh my god. My day's left 11 hours and 13 minutes. 3 seconds. Oh my god, thank god. I'm gonna get yelled at. Surviving students is now 7. To be continued. Okay, thank god. Thank god. Obtain present. We have to obtain the present Hellhound earring. Should I save? God, let me save. Let me save! Stop. That's the wrong thing. I don't have time for anything else. I saved already. I just need it. Return to main menu. God. I'm gonna...